what can the Western world do to improve women and human rights general in Saudi Arabia?
As I always say, I mean, the only legitimacy the regimes in the region have is because of the acceptance of the West of them. So I think that the first thing to do is to listen to the people. So when we say that this government doesn't represent us, accept us at the table of negotiations as well. You know, there's big diasporas in the West who are trying to gather and be the only counterpowers to these regimes. So when they meet with the official Saudi government, they should also meet with the people who think, you know, who are more legitimate to represent the people. So the Western governments, what they can do is to legitimize these diasporas' work and to invite them as an official counterpower for the Saudis to see that they're not the only ones being listened to when it comes to Saudi issues.
Do you feel that upcoming project will be easy or to publish again? New one, I mean.
Yes, you know, it all depends on the context. So, for example, I don't know how knowledgeable you are with Saudi Arabia, but even my sister's case, for example, no one wanted to listen to us until they killed the journalist in the consulate in Turkey. And then finally, our voices were heard because they saw what the regime was doing, for sure. So, and then it became difficult again because people were forgetting again how, you know, cruel the regime is. So it really all depends on context. So, you know, it's maybe if they start a new war, then they will listen to us again. But you know, it's always like this, you know. So it really depends on context. I would say for now, it might be easy because the Saudis don't really have a word, I would say, with everything else going on in Ukraine and Russia. So you know, it's ça passe. So yes, we will see. Do our best.
So you had had children with us. Do you have something that you want to tell them?
Are they English speakers? So I don't know. What I can tell them is to look at the book, and we have some activities we can work on together. So if you want to color, you can color here. We can color together. And my message is to girls and to boys. You know, in school, when you see that something is not fair, and you really you feel it, it's okay to go see adults and tell them that you see something that is not fair. And if you think that people will make fun of you, you can directly see adults and talk to them about it. You don't have to necessarily talk to your friends about it first. So if you think something is not fair, it is not fair, usually. So trust your feelings.
So your sister fought for the right that women can drive, right? So now women can drive. Is there also more women now fighting for more women rights in Saudi Arabia, or are most women fighting for living outside?
Yes.
Saudi Arabia.
Unfortunately, since the new regime came to power, so I would say 2017 more or less, civil society is non-existent. So they muzzled everyone, and no one can speak, unfortunately. So there are no activists anymore, there are no human rights defenders, so everyone works from outside or inside, but privately without being public. So you wouldn't have, back in the days you had people like Hussein who were known, who would get, sometimes sentenced, but short periods of time, and they would go out and, continue. But now it's just, it's a dead civil society, unfortunately.
So the only chance would be that there would be a new government, right? Okay.
I can't get any more political, but yes.
So you said you were working with the Saudi NGO, so it's based in Brussels then?
It's based in London, but I work from Brussels because also the European Parliament is in Brussels, and I have meetings with members of Parliament, you know, to make sure that the world knows what is truly going on in Saudi, because they have this huge, you know, propaganda where they, you know, claim to be reforming the country and, you know, changing things for the better. But actually, what's happening is that they're hiding the abuses with concerts and, you know, just small rights, and the real situation in the country is just getting worse.
So how do you manage to get some reliable information about what's going on there?
Well, actually, this is exactly the, you know, the job of the NGO, is that we have people inside of the country who trust us, you know, and who give us reliable information. And you know, it's very difficult, of course, but you know, there are brave people even in these contexts, and they share information, they share pictures. We also had, you know, pictures of torture in prison. Sorry for the kids, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So yes. So yeah. Thank you all for being here, and if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate.
Thank you.
We're talking about social centers and flying, so I don't know if some of you have other games that you want to